So, what would I say to someone else interested in exploring the path of duality, the path of Luciferianism, and possibly Christianity, the path of fuck around and find out what it's like to work with goetics or infernals? I say just do it. And by do it, I mean do it after you think about it. If you're interested, I don't see a problem with it. I've been doing it for at least 5 years, maybe six, not sure. And I honestly just the only thing that's left is to overcome myself. And that's what Luciferianism has done for me. It's helped me overcome a lot of my battles, overcome a lot of my trauma, of course, with the help of therapy and earthly mundane practices where necessary. And it's helped me really tether my mental and spiritual to the physical and the earthly. It's helped me reclaim who I am. It's helped me control who I am. It's helped me improve who I am. It's helped me improve my relationships with other people. If I'm at a dead end about something I've prayed about and there are blind spots where I need to improve, I've seen Luciferianism move mountains to make things effortlessly change in front of my face for me. I have gotten raises, I have gotten promotions, I have gotten better schedules, I have gotten my peace of mind back. I have reclaimed my power from draining soul ties and draining relationships with people that did not belong in my life. I have reclaimed my confidence. I have reclaimed my spiritual faith. I have strengthened my relationship with God, the Most High, believe it or not. I have balanced out my overgiving energy. I have balanced out the poor boundaries I used to have. I have balanced out the lack of self-care and really learned to pour into myself because a lot of the products that I used might have been an infused soap that had Luciferian energy or a candle that had Luciferian energy. That's how I started out. And then I started to develop an even more personal relationship using sigils and candles and things of that nature that I created and crafted. I've learned to manifest stronger and faster, and I've learned how to use my energy. Um, and by my energy, what I mean is, if you want to learn how to manifest without calling on spirits, without lighting candles, without doing petitions, without having 21 days of prayer, you can genuinely learn to do that working with goetic spirits. They're not here to tie you down and control you. I have love for different types of spirits, but if I don't have to build an altar to worship God, I'm not going to build an altar to work with the spirit. I see spirits like contractors, aunties, and uncles, different family members in God's pantheon, some who have a different hierarchy of authority than others. Sometimes I look at it like I'm half Christian and half Luciferian, and my mama and my daddy don't get along because if you've ever dealt with being in a family where your father's side of the family doesn't like your mother's side of the family and vice versa, you know what it's like when you have to spend time here and there and there and here because everybody sometimes can't be in the same room. However, if you understand a happily blended family perspective, you might realize that a lot of the belief that angels and demons don't get along or that Jesus and Lucifer don't get along is bullshit. A friend reminded me Jesus and Lucifer work together. You know, Lucifer's job is to tempt in the Bible. He is known as the adversary when we reference him as Satan. But Satan, the devil, Lucifer, whoever you believe in, their job in some cases is to tempt, is to strengthen your resilience by tempting you with the thing that you want to see if you're really ready to have the thing that you are asking for. When we fast and we abstain from things that we want to get a breakthrough for what we are asking for, we are saying no to the temptations of our flesh to create a signal in the earthly and spiritual realms that we are ready to move on to the next level of what's here for us. And without temptation, we would not know how strong we are. Without temptation, we would not know how vulnerable we are. And without temptation, we would not know what it is we need to do to become a better person. Because once we realize that we're actually tempted and that the temptation is working, we have to take accountability and responsibility for strengthening ourselves against that. So I thank my friend for reminding me of that, because at the end of the day, this path is going to be what you allow it to be. If you want it to be a path of hexing and fuckery, and you want it to be a path of destroying lives and getting back at people, that's cool. Just remember that the same spirits that you're sending out can easily be used to destroy you. And that's another danger people tend to hold about the goetics. But here's what I also have seen. They have discernment, and they're not going to waste their time in things that don't make sense. Sometimes, and I've definitely seen this, I've seen people attempt to use a demon to steal somebody's husband only for the husband to ignore and block them and stop the affair the next day. I have seen people attempt to get somebody to love them only for that person to end everything with them and break up with them, and they move across the country and fall in love with somebody even better because that's not the person for them and wasn't in the first place. I've noticed that there are people who might hex somebody and their life blows up instead. Um, there's a place for everything in this world. Everything is not all love and light. Everything is not all dark and fear. But the balance that you get will stem from you entering with a balanced perspective and having a sense of integrity. If you're not going to have a sense of integrity, I say stay the fuck out of this, because I'm not going to be responsible for you saying that I'm the reason you're doing this, because I'm going to be real. You're going to get what you put out there. And this is not about karma. This is about consequences. So you have to be ready to like really own everything you do, really know everything you're about, really be open to discover who you are. And it's definitely a lot of work, but it's not the kind of work that's going to destroy you, and it's not the kind of work that's going to break your heart. You're going to break your heart if you're coming into this thinking that you're just going to do spells and things are easily going to come to you, because you will get blessings, you will get breakthroughs, and you will get changes. But the real changes come when you start getting real deep and strategic with the types of work you're doing, the types of things you're uncovering about yourself, and the way you learn to transform the shit in front of you. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed um, this aspect of the Jesus to Lucifer breakdown, and talk to you later.